Hi, I'm Kayla,
Hi, I'm Padma.
and this is Chicks
Flicks.
and Other Unrealistic Representations.
So this is a podcast where we determine how realistic teen movies really are.
And we have 6 categories: family,
Friends,
relationships,
school,
personality.
and culture.
And today we are talking about the Netflix original Tall Girl.
Ah.
I think I lost my mind watching that movie. My soul went somewhere so dark and just distraught while watching that.
So hard to talk about this movie because I just want to scream.
Yes.
And
it's the only way to communicate.
we just finished watching the movie.
I actually was screaming.
Yeah, we ended up on the floor.
Just screaming. Oh my gosh, that was so from the get-go, before we start talking about any of the categories, just the thing that with the movie is that there's no way to fix it.
There's no way to fix it.
It's inherent. It's just so wrong from its core that there's no salvageable characters except half of one of them.
Know.
And then the plot, all of the details, even the camera work was crap.
So bad. Most bad movies, there's if they did this, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
If they did this movie, the whole premise,
just wrong.
throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
A tall, rich white girl
what's
getting bullied?
yes, no, what's that line? You think your life is hard? I wear size 13 Nikes. Oh my gosh, I have to
My
wear
life
Nikes.
is so hard. A men's size? How dare I even touch that side of the store?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so family. I mean, her parents were, pretty one-dimensional. They tried to, go somewhere with her dad and, be oh, he cares. And
He cares?
he hurts so deeply because his daughter is hurting. Same dad from Diver Oompy Kid, so, that's great.
So you get, flashbacks from when we watched that movie.
Yes.
So he brings the Tall People Club.
Yeah, the Tall Person Club.
Which actually exists.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Tall Club International. That's a thing. And it was founded in 1938, which is
as a
insane.
joke?
No, it's
a
a thing
real
for tall people. Is she even qualified to? She's only 6'1".
She's only 6'1".
6'1".
That is not
That's short.
freakishly tall.
No, that's honestly short compared to most people that I know.
We know girls
yes.
that are 6 foot or taller.
Yes, and
The
they're
models
not even
are tall.
Models are so tall.
Are so tall.
That's not being tall is actually a thing. It's
I want to be
beauty standard. Exactly.
I want
It's
to
actually
be
a
6
beauty
foot
standard.
tall.
Honestly, no, actually, I wish I were a model that
I
tall.
know. And I looked at Taylor Swift is only 2 inches shorter than that girl.
More taller Swift. That's okay. Anyway, family. So they're so rich that they have bread on their table and they're whiter than their bread.
The family
They were eating dinner at 4:00 and one
it
of
was
the first scenes.
The sun
was
shining.
still excuse me. Okay, I'm glad you have that kind of money.
Okay, and the whole point of the mom was to try to make her more of a girly girl.
Yeah.
She just took her to the makeup store.
Yeah.
It's tried on some cute outfits. That's gonna solve all your problems, honey. It's just
because
throw
we can
money
afford
at you.
Exactly. We can afford to buy all these expensive makeups and get you this expensive probably tailored suit
I
and
know.
whatever.
She's spoiled.
Oh, definitely.
That girl is definitely spoiled.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
And
because
she has no problems in her life.
she doesn't, and she's so unaware of everything else going on.
Why is she so unaware? Teenagers nowadays, we care about issues.
So many issues, and it's God, she's not even thinking about going to the voting sphere. She's not even thinking about issues or anything at all. I'm sure in her town there's so many problems.
Yeah,
and she doesn't care. She cares about. I'm tall.
I'm size 13.
Yeah. Okay, I did kind of like her relationship with her sister, but a lot of the family moments were they felt natural.
Yeah.
They just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They didn't fit the movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's they brought a clip from a different movie.
Mm-hmm.
The scene with her sister, it was cute, but why did it happen
why did it
at all? Why was she crying about it?
Why do I care?
Exactly.
Why do
I don't know
care?
these characters. I don't care much about her family. Why does it matter that she bonds with them?
No, there's no conflict.
No. They're just comforting each other for no reason. It's
this sister.
A lot of the movie just felt like chopped up and like attached at random places.
Yeah, it felt very choppy. Like from scene to scene, there was like zero transition or logical flow.
Yeah.
Like one time, it just like fade into like a completely different setting,
yes.
or like an abrupt cut.
Yeah.
To like a completely different situation. Where did that come from?
I don't think.
What?
I don't even.
It's not even a well-made movie. You can't even.
It's not. Also, like, in the scene, like, when, what was it, Stieg? Oh, we're going to talk about
Stieg.
When, like, he didn't...
S-T-I-G.
Stig.
Can I call him Stig?
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve to be called Stieg.
No, but when he didn't show up to, like, their
beauty pageant.
To the beauty pageant, like, no one cared about that her sister just won Miss
Her sister won the entire freaking pageant.
Like, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, Steve didn't show up. Like, even her sister didn't even care.
They didn't celebrate, they didn't go out to dinner. No. On the car ride home, they were like,
and
unhappy.
Like, her dad was like yelling and stuff.
He almost got into a car accident.
He did.
They almost died.
Over this.
I wish they did die.
Honestly, that would have been a better end to the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's family. So two-dimensional. So out of place.
Oh, the dad.
So rich.
The piano scene.
That was cute.
It was cute.
But it didn't make sense.
So like right before that, what happened? Stieg was like, sorry I didn't come to the pageant.
No,
they were at the party.
From the party. Yeah. And
so she goes upstairs, slams her door.
Yeah.
Her dad doesn't know anything what's going on.
So
he has no reason to be. Her other daughter just won a whole pageant, and he was just sitting in the dark watching TV,
looking like he was about to like burn Stig's house down. And then he's like, you know what'll make my daughter cheer up? Some piano. And then they start playing piano together, and
they have a cute moment.
It's a cute moment.
The mom
but I
walks
don't
in.
care enough about the characters. I don't care enough about her issues.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to warrant that scene. You have to earn scenes like that. The movie did not earn that type of scene.
It didn't.
No. And their house is so big, and they have a grand piano in their home.
I know. They have like a full-on piano.
And okay. Yeah.
And her dad worries about the health problems that like.
Oh, at the beginning.
About
like the.
He's a hypochondriac. Out of nowhere, he's just like, "Are your bones okay, honey?"
Is that the name, hypochondriac?
Isn't that the thing where he's like too worried about?
You
keep self-diagnosing your mental.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Wait, look it up so I don't look dumb.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I was thinking like I was thinking mitochondria.
He's the powerhouse.
That's what I thought. Okay, anyway. Friends. Woo! This is like the worst. This is the worst. Like,
what friend?
Yeah, honestly. Okay, I want to talk about her black friend. You know, that's her
wants to go to
fashion
school.
She can barely like dress. All she does is like wear, you know,
the
flashy
quirky
outfits.
things.
Yeah, and like she has colored hair. She wears flashy outfits. That's her personality.
And she's like, I'm there. I like worship you, Jodi.
Yeah. And
Please pay attention to me.
And then they have a fight for no reason, to like slip in that trope and be like more tension because there's nothing else going on in this movie.
Zero tension.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay, yeah. Another thing, the bullying that so-called happens in the very first scene of the movie. It's like, how's the weather up there?
15 people say that.
And that's it.
That's it.
Where's the bullying?
What kind of bullying?
That's happening because you're tall.
Exactly. And who would say that? Is that even a joke that's like a thing in our culture nowadays? Like, that's like such an old joke. It's such an old tall person joke. I feel like people nowadays would have come up with something more creative if they were going to be...
If you're going to be mean for that reason.
Exactly. Maybe they would have called her like Peppa Pig because isn't she like 7'1" like real life?
Ew. But like, no one... You have the human decency to
like that's not what people focus on. Just like, okay, bullying happens, but it's not.
It doesn't happen like that.
Exactly. It's not out of your inherent like issues. It's not out of like, oh, you're ugly or like, oh, you're tall, so like we don't like you. It's more like you did this one stupid thing or like people are making a big deal out of this. Yeah. And now like we don't like you. That's how that happens.
There can be bullying for like physical appearance.
But it's not like that.
But it's not like she's really pretty.
Exactly. It was barely bullying anyway.
It wasn't like
she wasn't getting like attacked or anything. They were just it was lighthearted. People were just like, oh. And like I feel like if you're known as like the tall person, that joke, like, people would stop saying it eventually because they know that they're getting old.
They've all been in the same school since elementary school.
Exactly.
How does a joke follow you all the way? For just being tall.
Seriously.
She's done nothing else in her life except being tall.
No other personality trait except being tall and playing piano.
Playing piano.
That's it. And that's what,
And now she's like, my life is so hard.
Okay, starting from the beginning, like the alienation thing, like when he was like, alienation, wow, like the guy. So there was a guy at like a library and he was like making eyes at her or whatever. And then like she was like, I forgot, what book was it? But he was like, she was explaining like a book to him. And she was like, oh, it's about the alienation of something. He was like, alienation? When does that part come in? What kind of stupid, like you're in high school, how do you not know what the word alienation means? So I know that, like,
everyone is so dumb.
Everyone is so stupid.
Everyone is so
stupid. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. So I think the black girl's name was Frida.
I have no idea what her name was.
Yeah, but like the scene when like you know when people were passing by and just saying like, oh, how's the weather up there? She was like, what did you just say to my best friend? Like I love how they were trying to like paint her as like, oh, she's so confident. She's gonna like call someone out for like actually talking to her.
Know. What did you say?
Okay. Let's talk about Jack.
Yes.
I know it's like in relationships, but I did like him. I liked like half of his character. He was okay most of the time. Mm-hmm. He was like funny.
He was the only comedic relief in the entire situation.
The only relief period. Like he comes on screen and you're like, okay, it's gonna be like mildly decent now.
I know, because everything else they tried to make it emotional and heavy.
Yeah.
When nothing warrants those emotions.
Exactly.
And he's the one trying to not take it too seriously. Like, you're tall, so what? That's his whole take on it.
He actually lives in this world and not in whatever movie world that is.
Yeah, a movie world where, like, girls over 6 feet tall are, like, aliens from another planet.
Everyone in that movie is so short. Like, is everyone in New Orleans, like, small or something? Is that an actual
like,
thing?
Netflix definitely casts people 5 feet. Sabrina Carpenter
she's so
is
small.
5 feet
She's shorter
flat.
than me.
She is.
And I'm tiny.
I know. And then, like, Angela Kinsley, the mom,
She's
she was,
short.
like, known in The Office for being the short
like,
character.
small, yes. No, actually.
They just want to exaggerate the
and
tallness.
then the camera angles, you, like, pointed that out. Like, they did, like, what is it, over-the-shoulder shots or whatever.
Right, and then, like, angled it down when she's talking to people.
So that...
It'd make her look taller.
Yep. I liked Jack's line of, this is so out of place, but I just read it. What better way for him to experience America than getting kicked out of it? Like, that's good.
Like Steve getting kicked out.
Yes.
This would be the only way.
Let's talk. I'm not going to talk about Steve right now because... Oh, and he was just casually holding... Yes, stick. He was just casually holding an avocado during lunch, like a whole
He was,
avocado.
like, squeezing an avocado.
Yes. They're that white.
That's so white.
There were at least 2 acronyms, and that bothered me, like more than one. Yeah, so like OT. Yeah, OT.
Original traumatizer?
Yeah,
tormentor.
And then UBC, ugly by comparison. Like, who just makes acronyms up for no reason?
The screenwriter just like, I'm just gonna replace the letters of the word. And that will be a phrase now.
Yeah, he wanted to save on time. He was like, okay, gotta move on.
So teens speak up.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay, the actor for Steve did not have a good Swedish accent. He's not even Swedish.
He's not even Swedish. He's like a model for like 10 different companies. He's not even that
attractive, but okay, wait.
He's like the model.
Yeah, he's model attractive. Like nice in a picture. Person. Yeah, not in person or like up close. Yeah. Why did Jake and Steve bike to school like that? Like they dress up
like
in
the
like
neon
biking,
jackets from like the 90s.
Outfits. I suppose that like they change when they get to school. They change before they leave, and then they bike home. And that was like a full like minute of screen time.
That scene was so weird.
It was so concerning.
They had like shots of like graffiti in the passing streets, and you were like setting up a scene, and I was like, but they're just bike to school.
Exactly. Like none of them gets hit or anything. Like there's
What?
Wow.
That's the pageant scene too. Mm-hmm. It was just there.
Yeah.
And then they didn't show her winning the pageant. They didn't show anything happen.
Yeah.
None of it mattered.
Like, it's as though like they're trying to like they included so many random scenes and yet didn't include so many important scenes, like, in between stuff, and, like, I don't, like, are you trying to save on screen time or add screen time here? Like,
like, Netflix doesn't have a limit on screen time.
Exactly.
But, like, they didn't know how to choose they don't know how to tell the story.
No.
Don't even know how to tell a story.
Honestly, you could have watched that movie completely out of place and gotten, like, the same gist and just been so horrified.
Yeah, I bet if you took that movie and edited it a different way. You know how people do that? Like, edit it to make it look like a horror movie?
Yeah.
You could do that with this
definitely.
movie.
Like, there's just so many random scenes. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Definitely.
What are we talking?
Okay. Wait,
Friends.
What's her name? Her name isn't Jodi, obviously. That's Kimmy. It's Kimmy. Like, she's just a disgusting character. She makes me so uncomfortable.
Like, I know that's what we're supposed to feel.
No, but it's not in, like, a good way. Like, it's not in, like, a purposeful, like, probably what they intended, like, oh, she's, like, the mean girl. It's more like she's just so fabricated and, like, unreal that, like, she literally says, like, Sticky baby, could you go get mama a diet slice?
That sentence makes me want to die and barf. Yeah, she's not, like, the mean girl's Regina George, but she's, like, funny.
Yeah,
and
but, like,
somehow, I don't know, she's, like, meant to be the way she is portrayed in that movie. But in Kimmy, she's just, like,
exactly. No, it's like, I think, you know Riverdale?
I've never seen it. But...
I've never seen it either, but I've seen, like, those YouTube edits, like, Riverdale is, like, bad writing. And, like, she kind of reminds me of, I think, like, is it Veronica? Like, one of the mean people.
One of them's Veronica.
Yeah, and, like, that's how they act. They act as, like, you know, animated. Like, that's how it happened in Tall Girl. They act as animated and, like, dramatic as that.
Girls aren't like that. Why do they portray girls as always being bitches?
Yeah.
Why are they so mean and only worry about the guy and only worry about what they look like? Girls aren't like that.
No, like in that scene when like Stig was sitting at like the table alone and then all these girls flock and then they're like glaring at each other and like no.
We worry about things other than boys.
Yes. Some of us worry about girls. I'm sorry.
Yeah, some of us worry about like, I don't know, grades.
Yeah, what
grades?
Was the school?
Extra grades. Like, there's no concept of time.
No.
Like, what was the weekday? I don't know.
Seriously, why did, like, Stig just invite her to, like, invite Jodi to his house randomly at, like, 8 o'clock at night?
Hey, do you want to watch a musical?
Like, and she just rides the bus to
alone.
She would have gotten freaking kidnapped.
That would have been a cool movie. A girl gets kidnapped on her way to watch a musical at a Swedish foreign exchange student's house.
Yes. And he and, like, the dorky kid that he lives with have to
go find her.
That would have been a better movie.
Whoa. Why are they so afraid to make good movies? Why do they have to stick to the same?
Honestly, yeah, they're falling into, like, the same... This movie category. Was, like, a regression. It was such a large regression back.
Like, I thought Sierra Burgess as a loser was a regression.
Yeah, but this is, like, just a new level. This is a new low, which is so ironic.
I don't think I'll see a more unrealistic movie than this.
Yes. No, well, okay. Well, there's some, but like... No, but this one, like, it was unrealistic in the sense that, like, it, from the outside, if you, like, glance at a couple scenes, like, okay, you could be like, yeah, this is, like, modern day America. Yeah. But, like, there's just so many, like, little details and, you know, the main plot itself that are just, like, if you ignore the plot, if you ignore... No, like, okay... If you ignore the plot, there's just so many like little details. Yeah. There's so many little details that are just, like, that's not right. It's not... Okay, I'm trying to, like, I'm thinking about different, like, categories, but we gotta talk about Friends.
What about, no, I'm thinking about relationships.
Jake is like 12. Jake is actually
Jake
12.
is 12.
He looks like Jacob Sartorius. He looks exactly like Jacob Sartorius, and it makes me uncomfortable. He's 12. He's actually 12. He's like a baby.
He is. Remember the one scene where he just kind of sits between the couch?
Yeah.
It's like mom and dad and son watching a family TV.
Family movie. Yes, that actually happened. Okay, a little, like, small things. The guy that looked like Drake that, like, liked Jodi.
What's his name? Start with an S. I know. I feel like it was Schnipper.
Schnipper? No.
It might have been.
Honestly, it could have been.
I'm going to call him Schnipper.
He looked like Drake, and that's what I picked up from him.
Drake.
And
he just liked Jodi.
Yeah.
Just looked at her across the cafeteria.
And then he was like, I like you now. And then...
I like you.
And that was
Can we talk about the makeout?
That's relationships. We're almost there. Oh, and then the way that Jake pronounced karate, he was like karate. like casually, and no one like mentioned it. It just happened. Okay, no, that's for relationships. Okay, relationships. So, all right, no, okay. The beginning scene with the guy, like when she stood up, like he was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen a tall person in my entire life.
He like had a spasm. He had like a whole reaction. Yes. People aren't like that. If you see something that like you weren't expecting, no one like
he was visibly like shook.
Visibly. I've never seen a tall person. And that's the reason he wouldn't go out with her? Because she's too tall? Yeah. This is a problem with the patriarchy. Yes. They can't handle women being taller than them.
Because it minimizes their masculinity.
They want to feel superior.
Yes.
But that's not even what the movie was about. It was the girl being insecure.
Exactly.
It should have been that way. It would have been cool if she was the confident one.
Yeah.
But then the guys were insecure.
Exactly, and they have
flip
to like,
it on them.
Wow, and they have to like learn how to like push past that and like, be less masculine.
Yeah. That's how this tall girl would have maybe worked. Maybe. But she's still like rich.
Yeah.
And white.
Yes.
And really pretty.
Yeah. No, actually. Okay. I loved all like the weird random cliches of the movie. Like the guy, like when Stig walked into the classroom, like with his slow motion, his hair was actually glowing.
There was like music that just like swelled up, and then like a glow in his golden hair.
Let's talk about Stig.
So,
he was, I'd say he was relatively two-dimensional. Like, you know, the main plot is that like he likes Jodi for no reason. Like they have two interactions and they play the piano once together. Of course they bond over the piano.
Their hands are the same size.
Yes, and so automatically they are made for each other.
Yes,
that is love. That's how you find.
That is love.
That is how you find love. You must connect hands and they must be the same size. Yeah.
So tall girls will find love.
And he's not even, like you said, he's not that hot. He's supermodel hot, but not like, I want to be in a relationship with you hot. He's like nice to look at from afar, from like that Hollister bag. Like it's on the side of your room and you can see and you're like, that's an attractive person.
He doesn't feel like a real person.
No.
The fact that they cast a supermodel person in that role.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I guess people from Sweden are
he has a terrible Swedish accent.
It's awful.
He's not from Sweden. He's not.
The weirdest
I want to hear an actual Swedish accent and like
Me too.
compare it like side by side. Okay, so like the bus kiss like came out of nowhere. Their romance was just so fabricated. It just happened because it had to happen. They didn't have that much chemistry. Neither of them had personalities, so I guess that kind of worked out.
I guess the only thing they had in common was piano? ?
Yeah.
Musicals ?
Exactly. He couldn't even play piano.
I love you now.
I love you now. You like musicals. Honestly, that is how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
I find someone who likes musicals too. And I'm like, yes.
Latch on.
Yes.
I know. And then he stayed with Kimmy just for the popularity.
Yeah, and I guess that's what he
gross.
wanted, even though he never expressed wanting that because he was just, a guy who lived his life.
Dork. He admitted that.
But he didn't even seem to have a problem with it.
Yeah.
He was just kind of like, I'm a dork.
That was like Russian.
That's how it sounded.
Doink.
Okay. And then like that multiple kissing scene, like during the escape room.
Okay.
So uncomfortable.
That escape room was really nice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say
it was
that.
Really nice. It was like 2 stories, and they like went upstairs, multiple rooms. Yeah, that's not an escape room.
The way Kimmy talks is like so annoying. Okay, we're just gonna make out now.
Yeah, no, they just sit down on like separate couches. They look at each other and then they just start kissing.
The close up on their eyes as they're trying to all look at Jodi, and
exactly.
she's like
looking
so uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, it was a very uncomfortable scene, and I didn't like it. No, I did not like it. It wasn't good.
It wasn't good. And why did Jake just turn down the other girl?
I know, she was like nice.
Homecoming.
They were
like
cute.
Connected.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I wanted to actually work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when you thought maybe Jodi could still end up with Stig.
Yeah, exactly.
But then
no. Okay, let's talk about Jake and, like, Jodi's relationship. So, first of all, like, that overconfidence to, like, actively tell someone that you like them every single day and ask them out. Like, where does that come from? Why is that a thing? I could never do that. I would lose a little bit of myself every day if I did that.
Yeah, because he's desperate.
Yeah.
I bet he
And why does he like her? She doesn't have a personality. Like, he says, like, she smells like, what is it, jasmine?
Like a summer day?
Like a summer day.
Something like that.
And then, like, she's kind and she plays piano. And...
Like, do we even know her birthday?
Yeah.
To Stig.
Like, they don't even know each other that well, honestly.
Why?
But he just, I don't know why he likes her. And, like, the whole thing, like, he's in love with her. He's in love with her. He's liked her for years. Automatically, he's in love with her. And they're obviously gonna end up together.
Like, it was nice at the beginning. Remember, like, when he was sitting in bed and he was like, oh, no.
That was so
Stig.
sad.
I felt that.
Yes, I felt that.
Yeah.
When Stig was describing, like, him and Jodi
kissing.
Yeah, he was, like, distraught. And that was so sad. I was like, oh.
Like, at that moment, I get, oh, wow, you really do like Jodi.
He really does,
You don't understand why.
Yeah, don't. But, like, you still kind of feel for him a little bit. But then he does, you know, like, a crappy thing and, like, whatever. And then he, you know, dates this other girl for a little bit, and then he's like, yeah, but I love her. And then the crate thing.
No, okay, the whole ending. So Jodi walks in, steals the microphone.
First
the whole
of all,
crowd
why is she
parts
like,
for
exactly. Her. Wait, that's school though. That's school. We can talk about the relationship.
Hurting me.
I know. We can talk about the relationship.
Physically
hurt.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so then after, like, she does whatever she does in the homecoming, she, like, walks out. So, yeah, she gives a little speech, and then everyone claps for her, and then she walks out. And then they honestly could have ended it there, but they didn't.
It would just show, like, the balloon arch, and her walking through being confident.
Smile, and then that's it. And, I mean,
Roll
credits. It would have been less painful if they did that. And then, like, Stig walks out, and he's like, yeah, I broke up with Kimmy, and we can be together now, even though he's, like, leaving in a year, so it doesn't
he has, like, zero emotion on his face, too, as an actor. Like, he was just like, I'm sorry, please, can we get back together for, like, the 5th time?
Yeah.
And then Jodi was, like, thinking about it.
Yeah, and then she was like, what was the line?
It was a good,
It was
I'm ready to start over.
But just not with you, or, like, you're
not with you.
Yeah. Yeah, and, he's leaving in a year. It doesn't. Any relationship he has with anyone here doesn't matter because he's gonna go back to Sweden. Why do I keep saying Sweden? Sweden.
The
anyway.
Swedes.
The Swedes. Swedish fish. Anyway, yeah. No, he's just gonna go back to Sweden anyway. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. And then she, like, changes out of the high heels that Jake gives her.
Yeah.
Which also.
I don't know why.
So first of all, after the party, he walks into her room while she's sleeping. Sits on her bed
and strokes her
face.
hair.
Like, obviously she reacts appropriately.
I liked that part. Just her
she's like, what are you doing?
You think it's okay to just sit in my bed?
Yeah,
like, it wasn't okay.
No, it wasn't. The scene was honestly uncomfortable because sitting on someone's bed is such an intimate thing, and, like,
especially while you're sleeping.
Yeah, and then he gave her a gift of, like, high heel shoes.
I guess it's, like, more symbolic. That's what the movie was trying to do, like, stand up tall.
Yeah.
But, like, who gives someone shoes?
And that honestly goes hand in hand with, like, the whole thing of her getting validated by a guy. Because, see, she watches a video of Jake, like, defending her at a party and explaining why she's, like, such a great person. And that's kind of when she goes to her mirror, looks herself. Like, I don't even know what's going through her mind at that moment. She, like, looks herself in the eye and she's like, I'm a confident girl.
Yeah, why
a guy defended me. I'm a confident girl. And that goes hand in hand with him actually giving her the shoes. It's a symbolism of him giving her the confidence, essentially.
Which is like, why do girls need to get their confidence or validation from a guy?
Like,
why?
For what reason?
What the heck?
Actually, no, seriously. It doesn't matter who
every
it is.
Netflix movie.
Every Netflix movie.
Like, Sierra Burgess is a loser. She's like, wow, I'm actually a cute person. Once Jamie's like, hey, I like you for who you are.
Yeah, yep.
Why do you need... Why?
So then, so back to homecoming. So then she goes back to Jake's house and, like, she takes off the shoes that she was wearing. And then, like, she I like you, and I'm
there was like that scene was way too long.
It was.
Like, just get to the point.
Yeah, it was like towards the end of the movie, and then here's the point that, like,
that
broke
we screamed.
Yeah, we screamed
and we fell to the floor.
carries a milk carton instead of
A
a backpack,
crate,
which
yeah.
is just a milk crate, instead of a first of all, why is it a milk crate and not just a regular crate?
And
it's
why
just a wooden crate.
isn't that like so much heavier?
Who would allow him?
More
Like,
inconvenient.
exactly,
He bikes
it's
to school.
Exactly,
Where's the crate
where's the
going?
crate when he bikes? Where is it? Like, that's a tiny bike.
I
Like,
know, right?
I didn't see it during the biking scene.
I know, and that crate is always empty. That's
Yeah.
I have a lot of notebooks and folders and crap that goes in your bag. That crate was empty.
Always empty. So yeah, he carries a crate around.
And you want to know why?
You want to know why? So like, okay, so Jodi's.
I hate this.
Jodi's like, yeah. So okay, first of all, from the beginning, she has like boyfriend criteria, and then she's like,
Yeah.
I think at the end, she's like, I think you now like check off more
change.
than like 50% off.
No, she's like, I
Yeah.
think I'll change my boyfriend criteria.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, do I check off more than 50%? And she's like, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, she's about to, like, kiss him or
They're
something.
supposed to kiss?
Yeah, and then, like...
This is how it should have ended. They just kiss,
Yeah.
like two normal people. This time the girl has to bend down. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, subverting, like, tropes. But then...
You know what? And then he's like, you know why I always carry around the milk crate? And then he puts
it over.
And he says that! And then he kisses her! Oh, Jesus Christ!
And then at that point, he's even taller than her. So you're like, wow, males are superior. That's what this movie is telling me.
And then they pan out, and that's it. And that's it.
And you're
that
left
broke
there.
me a little bit on the inside because, like,
And then she has some weird monologue at the end where she's like, oh, I don't ever fit in airplane seats.
Yeah.
I sometimes struggle to get on the bus.
Yeah.
That's what being tall is like. But you know what? Something.
Yeah.
Something inspirational with like dumb music. What the heck?
The crate thing, like, I was always confused. Like, okay, why does he carry around a crate? And
Yeah.
that was the reason.
That was the reason. It symbolically literally
It
represents
hurt.
the man must be taller than the woman.
It hurt. It actually hurt. Everything about it hurt. Oh my gosh. That
wasn't
relationship.
cute. That wasn't-
Their relationship didn't make sense.
It didn't.
She doesn't have enough of a personality to
She-
just. Ah!
She should have just walked out of homecoming a single, confident woman.
Yes. And she
Instead, she depends on that
guy.
12-year-old guy.
On Jacob Sartorius. You can have my sweatshirt.
Oh, Instead, it's a crate.
Yeah,
you can have my milk crate.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, so that's like relationships. All of the crappy relationships in that movie. School.
School.
They
Oh, yeah.
never have homework. Okay, so at the beginning, like, Steve walks in, or Stig walks
Wasn't
in.
it
and
a
there's, like,
chemistry class?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like a chemistry problem, and like right now in chemistry, we were learning that actually. And it's like, it's not a problem, it's like what's it called? There's a name.
I'm not in chemistry.
Yeah,
I can't help you.
I'm barely in chemistry. It's like the format that's like, the C connected to C connected to C connected to H. I forgot what it's called. But he like solves it instantly. First of all, I don't even think it's correct because there were like other compounds in that. There were like other elements, and he just puts like C6H like 12 or something.
That's like glucose.
Yeah.
C6H12H06.
Yeah, and then but it's like this big complicated thing, and first of all, they have chalkboards in their classrooms.
No.
Especially at a rich
I know. At our school, it's like the weird smart boards that no one can use.
No, yeah, but at least they have like something like a chalkboard.
Are you kidding me?
But yeah, it wasn't even that hard of a thing. It wasn't even that big of a
I feel
deal.
like they do chalkboards for the aesthetic now in movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Like a whiteboard and squeaky and gross.
Yes. Oh, okay, yeah. And then the fact that Stig is a foreign exchange student, if it's homecoming, that means it's at least October or September.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he have come at the beginning of the year?
I don't know.
And do foreign exchange students, is that even a big deal at schools? Does everybody know that there's one foreign exchange student? Does that even happen that often?
Is it like a small school? Is it?
They never say. It's Louisiana, so it's like a big town. It's New Orleans. It shouldn't be.
I know. It was like everyone knew and
everybody
cared.
Exactly. Everybody cared. Oh, and then, okay, so a big thing is that... I know, that's how I... Yeah, so, okay, I always spelled his name as like Steeg, but it's actually
Stig.
It's Stig.
Is that even a Swedish name? Are Swedish people offended right now with like the bad accent and the weird name?
They should be. We need to call Sweden and tell
all
them
tall
about this
people
movie.
should be offended by this
They
movie.
should. No, actually.
Like,
I don't, and like the movie, I don't even think it was written by like it was written by a guy who like writes movies or something. And like it wasn't even written by like tall people. It was just people who, why did they?
Why? To make money?
There was no personal aspect to it.
Yeah.
It just, if it were at least like a woman who was tall and she wrote this and she was like, yeah, this is how my high school experience was, but obviously not with the foreign exchange.
Yeah, they exaggerated way too many things.
Yeah, and but it's not like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so a big thing is that Stig stays with Jack, like at his house, like that they're his like home in America or whatever, and Jack doesn't know. But foreign exchange programs, like they go and interview families, they like have like an extensive background check. He would have known. Like Jake would have known.
They would have.
Jack would have.
You can't really.
Is it Jake or Jack?
Why is his mom an African American woman?
They never discussed that.
She's in the car, and I was thinking, I said that aloud, and then they never show the parents.
I know they never
ever again.
I guess they're trying to say like, oh, it shouldn't matter. Like you shouldn't like. I guess that's what Netflix is trying to say, but.
Like it does?
Yeah, it kind of does. Like I would like to see his father. I want to know.
Did they really not want to cast a black kid for Jake? Were like that?
That's the tea.
They can't just make a mom.
They didn't want to cast a black kid.
Literally, like, who cares if the mom is African American? You didn't want a main character role to be an African American.
Wow!
What kind of representation is this?
Wow! My mind is blown. That's actually it. That's literally it. His mom is just African American, and that's it.
That for like a single second.
Yes. And wow, representation. It's kind of like
that's not.
Yeah. No. That's how so many things go. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, love that. Okay.
It's so cute. You're like
sorry. Okay.
I'm like happy about this.
No, I'm not. I'm happy that I know now.
I'm happy that I have analytically reached peak existence.
Yes. Like, it's amazing. I can't believe they did that. Like,
I can't believe they did that.
Wow, Netflix. Wow.
Wow.
Ooh, I'm in pain. And I think the director was African American too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I read an article where they were just like, we can't. I don't know. This is some weird like theoretical stuff they're thinking about. They're like, do we necessarily like love a movie just because it's from an African American director or like diverse person, even though the movie itself is like not good.
No.
Why didn't they make it diverse?
Another thing just about like the movie itself, like it's not a relevant enough movie. It's a setback because like it's just about a white rich girl who has like one problem in her life, and that's a big deal, and they're making a movie about it. Like obviously you can make movies about insignificant things, but like if it's inaccurate, if it's not even a good movie, if it has like no weight and like no one is actually connected to this movie, what's the point? Like obviously you don't have to make movies about like political things or like whatever, but this movie like it's just not good.
It could have been just a tiny quirk, but they tried to make it profound
exactly.
and like
don't
it could have been a funny rom-com of just like, oh, she's tall and she has a hard time finding guys, and it could have just been like lighthearted and more like comedy, but then I would appreciate the movie. But she's like crying every 2 seconds, and they're like, "What is my life? I hate it."
Exactly, and like
that's not like just be funny. Exactly. Like I would have loved this movie if it was funny, and it was like I think this difference is it's not satire because so many teen movies are like satirical and they know like teenagers are over dramatic. And like we're making fun of them. Yeah. This movie, they're not really making fun of them.
They're trying to relate.
They're trying to make it relatable. Not.
No, not at all.
It's a weird thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a scene where like she's sitting in the bathroom because dramatically after getting
reading a book.
Yeah, after getting like a phone call from like the bullies and they're saying like, "Oh, this is Stig. Do you want to go to home with me?"
She's like, "Yes."
Yeah,
like,
exactly. then she
fell for it?
Yeah, and then she sits in the bathroom. And who sits on the toilet?
That's the
in school. She was like, who sits like that anyway?
She was
she was
hugging
sitting,
the walls.
Yeah, she was sitting like her feet were on it.
Toilet.
Her butt was on it. Like she was actively touching that toilet.
Like if she moved inches, her butt would be in the water.
Actually. And school bathrooms are so disgusting.
So
no one would do that.
I want to spend like less than a minute in that place and get out of
Yes. Our school bathrooms are always more humid on the inside of them than they are outside. And like okay.
What do you think you are?
I know. Like
it's a rich school. At least has like nice bathrooms.
Probably. They probably have like perfume or like, 2-ply toilet paper. Why aren't they in class during the piano scene? They're just casually playing piano. And like it's in the middle of class.
It's like some random dark room.
Yeah, it just
that
scene it actually becomes High School Musical.
Yeah.
Like they start singing and they're looking at each other, gazing into each other's eyes, and like it's dark and they're playing piano.
I know.
It's actually a ripoff of High School Musical 2 when Troy and Gabriella are playing the piano and playing You Are the Music in Me. Oh my gosh. They stole High School. They stole Troy and Gabriella's
I'm not surprised.
thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, why was their homecoming parade happening in the middle of the street?
middle of a random street.
Like, and it happened multiple, like for quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
Their band wasn't, they were producing like a good sound, but like they weren't even organized enough to like be producing that good of a sound.
High school.
People in the streets were just like casually like
they didn't even look
along.
like students.
They didn't.
They had no backpacks or anything. They look like grown people.
And they were dancing very poorly. Very poorly. Not a single person there was dancing well.
It made no sense.
It didn't make sense.
Just like come to the escape room with
Who
me.
has a homecoming parade? We've never had a homecoming parade.
Like pep rallies is a different thing.
Yeah.
Like have a pep rally, that makes sense. But you're like in the middle of the street with like
not even on school campus.
It's like some residential middle of a neighborhood street.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
I think colleges do something like that, but like not high schools.
Yeah.
No.
Like the budget was too low for them to do anything. They just chose a random street.
Yeah,
like,
no,
okay,
actually.
kids, walk across it with your instruments.
Okay, and then homecoming itself. Like, why did everyone care so much about homecoming?
Why?
It's
they
like
dressed
it's
so
not
nice.
prom.
It's not. They treated it like prom.
Exactly.
That's
what
big
kind of
thing.
upperclassmen would actively?
I
They're not
know.
even in senior year and like, oh, last hurrah, let's just go to homecoming. They were like,
they were dressing up
juniors?
like full on gowns.
Stig wore like a white suit
because he's a jerk.
He's a jerk. That's actually why. Like
only jerks wear white suits.
Exactly. No, the point of homecoming is to wear a short dress. Who wears a long dress?
Have you looked? Google up homecoming dresses.
They're gonna be
everything is short dresses,
short
guys.
Dresses. Yes.
It's not prom.
In fact, they emphasize at our school like, please be in dress code. We know that you guys like to wear short dresses for homecoming. Like that's
they don't worry about dress code for prom.
One thing, dress code was not an issue in this thing.
Yeah.
Thankfully. I guess I don't know why, but I cared about that. I was like, wow, it's not.
Yeah, nothing was like
okay, and then the homecoming speech. So, at the ending scene, she walks into homecoming and she's wearing like a blue suit, a blue tux, which doesn't really match her character that well.
I don't think so.
Like, obviously like women can wear tuxes, whatever, but like it's not. She doesn't have enough of like. Not enough of like she doesn't have enough of a personality to like pull that off. She looks in the mirror in one scene and like says like this is my style or like this is me.
Yeah.
Like no it's not. You wear like sweaters and Uggs. Excuse me.
Her whole personality has been like staying in the corner and wearing like
standard white girl, and then she wears a blue.
Was it all it took was that standing in the mirror and shoes? And all of a sudden, she felt confident enough to wear. Like I don't buy it. There's a big disconnect of like who she wants to be and who she like what she dresses up as.
So then, like the crowd of students part for everyone stopped. The music
stops.
The music,
what the?
Like the music would be too loud. It's too dark. It's too loud. Everyone's too sweaty and too tired, and the punch is probably spiked, so too drunk to like care about this random girl walking into homecoming.
I know, like they don't even know who she is, and she just takes the microphone. The crowd is silent.
Yes,
they actually listen to her.
The principal would have been like, "What are you doing?" Like
I know. The principal's like, "Are you high? Get away from me!"
And then everyone listens for like a solid 5 minutes to her speech.
Even
about
I couldn't
being tall.
listen to that.
No. People would have booed her off stage or just
made fun of her again.
Just would have ignored her or something. Like, why are they actually? And then they cheer her on afterwards. They're like, wow.
What?
And they stop saying like, how's the weather up there, because she gives one speech at homecoming and then she leaves.
What? That's not...
Oh, I hated that line, because the weather up here is actually very good.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
There wasn't even...
Wig snatch. That was so profound. So profound.
Yeah, nothing about this speech was profound. It just felt very clumsy and corny. And like, the Mean Girls speech was,
it was
like...
empty. Yeah, the Mean Girls speech
was good. It, like, had a purpose.
Exactly.
She grew as a character.
And she had no character. Like, they tried to,
Jodi...
fabricate a character arc by like
nothing happened.
She doesn't have confidence. It's like a straight line. No confidence. Confidence.
You wrote a graph.
Yes. Like, just all of a sudden shooting straight
I think
up.
the thing about she does nothing. Things just kind of happen to her.
Yes.
And she doesn't really partake in anything.
Yes.
She just reacts.
Yes.
And for all of a sudden she goes on stage.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm confident now. Suck it. That's
wow.
It.
That's not what a high school girl does.
No.
Like, learning to be confident in yourself is a much harder journey.
That doesn't happen in high school, first of all.
That's true.
Completely in high school. I don't think anybody, you probably leave high school less confident than you, walked in.
I know, can you imagine, entering college? Like, you're not confident.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to gain confidence till I'm at least 40 years old, so, no.
I know.
There's another thing I wanted to say about... Oh, okay. This is a small thing, but at Jake's party, no one there is high and no one there is drunk. Something would have happened. It's a party with multiple people.
It's not a Disney movie.
Exactly.
We need more.
We understand that obviously stuff happens. You don't need to censor these things.
That's the thing. I think Netflix does that weirdly. Why do they censor things so much?
I guess because anyone can access it, and so the middle school people that this is probably targeted at.
Honestly,
they can't show these types of things.
This isn't a Disney movie. It's not just
give it a higher rating and man up, guys. Come on.
Netflix, man up. We can handle more things.
We need things that accurately reflect our lives.
Yeah, we don't need. There was no cursing.
No cursing. No nothing.
Nothing.
So much cursing in high school. It's terrible.
Yeah. Why is it's very PG movie? That's not high school.
The worst thing was the awkward kissing scene that doesn't happen ever.
Yeah. No, that's 2 seconds.
Everyone walks into a room, they couple up, and they decide to make out. That's what happens.
So gross.
Yeah.
Someone said biatch at one point. I wanted to.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And oh god.
They never have homework. There was one teacher in one scene. And
they don't have social media at all.
They don't.
Why?
Okay, That's culture.
Let's move on to culture.
Wait, it's personality.
A personality. She has none. What's there to talk about?
Yeah. 6'1" isn't tall.
6'1" is not tall.
Piano. She's tall. That's it.
That's it. Not all the characters are so one-dimensional. Yeah. They all have one purpose in the plot.
She's a good singer, though.
Yeah, but who cares? She doesn't even pursue that musical aspect of her life.
They don't even talk about that afterward. The one concern is her relationship. She doesn't care about, being the next Taylor Swift or, Taylor Swift.
Why does she...
I'm sorry.
If she likes music so much, why doesn't she just,
talk about that more? Or
extracurricular, I don't know.
Do band. Do, musical theater. Do something. Do choir.
I don't understand. Why is she not pursuing what she wants to do?
Yeah. No, we talked about.
Or did she said, I don't want to draw more attention to me?
Yeah.
It's the dumbest
But then they never, move on from that.
I don't know what this is playing.
Oof. Yeah, they never move on from just, after she says she doesn't want to do it. It would have been, a little bit more to her character arc if she would have said, yeah, I'm going to start playing piano and pursuing this thing, but no, I'm just gonna go after a guy that's shorter than me, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm confident now.
Why? From the beginning of the movie, she could have been this really musical, geeky kind of character. Instead, she had zero interest.
Yes,
nothing. Two friends that you don't even learn anything about them.
No.
You don't.
No.
What is going on?
Oh, and okay, so culture. We can move on to culture now. So, what does Kimmy say? She says, don't you understand, like, over the phone, like, when she's getting pranked by the people, she says, don't you understand, you're not the pretty, like, capital T, the pretty, capital T, capital P, the pretty girl. You're the tall girl.
Or can't you be both?
I know, as though, like, in the high school sphere, there is the pretty girl.
The tall girl.
The tall girl.
Short girl.
The short girl.
The weird girl.
The black girl. That was her friend.
Was it the one Asian girl with glasses?
Oh, yeah, the guy that, the girl that, is it Jack or Jake? I keep saying Jake, but I think it's Jack.
Jake? I don't think it matters.
True. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, but that's not how it...
European.
That's not how it is. Like, people, high schoolers are so... They have so many more... Like, they're not one-dimensional.
They're so
People
dynamic.
aren't one-dimensional.
Yeah, in high school, so many people pursue what they actually like.
Yeah.
And have interests outside of school.
Exactly.
And care about things
other than relationships.
Or they're so fixated on what they look like.
That's a big thing.
That's too much.
Honestly overlooked a lot. Like, they... Like there's so much casual like body obsession. Like her sister is very body obsessed, probably because like she's in
that makes sense because she's in the pageantry.
But they just kind of like overlook it.
There's
like,
no message. She doesn't change her ways.
Exactly, and
she's still dieting.
They normalize it.
They normalize it.
Like she just says to her sister.
Oh my god, they normalize it.
Yeah, no, she says to her sister like, if you see me eating carbs for the next 3 weeks, slap me. Slap me. Yeah. And that's not okay.
That's not... Why do they normalize it? Why doesn't her sister try to address it?
Yeah.
Jodi doesn't...
Or just don't mention it at all if you're not going to focus on it.
Yeah.
The movie didn't need anything more. They didn't need to bring that in either. And, okay, a big thing... I'm going to preach for a little bit. A big thing, like... I'm not, like, body positive in the sense that, like... No, I'm body positive, obviously. I'm not in the sense that, like, some people think that body positive people are, like... Eat whatever, like, it doesn't matter what you look like, you know. People think that, like, body positive is unhealthy because it encourages, like, unhealthy behavior. But caring about your body, you have to love it in any state that it's in. You have to, like, care about it and eat right because you care about your body, not to look a certain way, not to fit a certain standard. And no matter where you're at, you have to love your body or else what else do you have?
Yeah.
It's not, you have to love your body at every point in time.
I know.
And then this movie just casually just goes and like normalizes her sister just.
It was less about her being tall and more about her just being confident all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like the whole premise of the movie is how she physically looks.
Yes.
But I feel like even if she was a short person, she would have still... The movie would have been the same, except they would have just got rid of that tall person thing.
Yeah, it would have been better, I guess.
I think it would have been better if they got rid of the tall girl.
If it's just a girl who likes a foreign exchange student.
Yeah.
And then she has... If it were just a typical... I think that's where they went wrong. They tried to make it not a typical high school movie by basing it off of a tall girl person. But if that's her personality, if being tall is her personality, just don't do it.
Don't do it. She's not dynamic. And then they turned it into a normal high school movie, even though they tried to focus on body... Is it even body positivity?
I don't even know.
What even are they trying to do?
I don't know. They mention all these little things like that, and then they just...
They don't address anything.
No.
What is going on with
one good thing. They had a meme reference. The Gordon
Ramsay. They shoved the...
Like a... What is it? Like a
It's supposed to be 2 loaves of bread.
Yeah, but it's
like a milk carton.
A milk carton and a Doritos bag. And he's like, what are you? They included a
That was
meme.
so funny.
That was funny.
I love Jake when he was like being funny in front of the lunch table.
That was fun.
Like I could see high schoolers doing that. Just being like weird people.
Yes. Yeah, that was realistic. See, Jake is the only, like, half realistic person.
And they're just, like, casually being weird and being themselves. Everyone else, I feel like, also the actors, they're very, like, robotic. And they were like, I must be a certain way and act as normal as possible. And, like, they hold themselves, like, certain ways. It's just weird.
I did like the lack of, like, lunchroom, like, thing, like, oh, you can't sit with us or whatever. Like, obviously, they kind of talked about it, but it was just a lunchroom.
It's more indirect.
Yeah, it was just a lunchroom, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
And that's how things are. I don't even like the cafeteria. We don't even sit in the cafeteria to eat, so. Yep. Yeah, that was all I have to say.
Yeah.
All in all, it was just, like we said, so poorly executed. If you're gonna focus on any specific minority that's like not represented in media, don't make that their only character trait.
Yeah.
That's the
and
one
also
thing.
Tallness doesn't really.
It's
not
a
a minority.
issue.
It's not an issue. It's not.
She's not even that
debilitating
tall.
people.
No, she's not even that tall. Like if you're like 7
foot.
Yeah, like that's obviously like it's not an issue, but that's obviously
I feel like that's more of a health issue than even like a.
No, that's more like that's something that you struggle with, and obviously like you can feel estranged from society. But 6'1".
6'1" isn't that tall.
It's not.
There are definitely guys that
so many guys
so
taller.
Yes. Or like tall. Even just like 5'10", that's only 2 inches shorter. Why is that such a big deal? It's not a big deal.
No.
That's what they try to make a big deal. There's so many more issues in this world than a tall white girl.
Who has so much money.
Who has so much
and wears Nike.
There are so many other things to spend your money and invest in issues in this world.
Yeah. If you're gonna make a statement, pick a better thing to talk about.
But if you're gonna do like a more of a comedic romantic comedy,
do that.
You could have done that.
Yeah. They tried to make it so serious, and they just it didn't work. This movie does not work. Nothing about this works. There's no way to fix it. Just it needs to not exist anymore. It physically hurt me.
Yeah,
I feel hurt.
Wanted to
Can I? I want to sue Netflix for the damages that they caused. The emotional and mental trauma that I suffered.
I know, right? Why is it on Netflix? What did I? Okay.
Is that all you had to talk about?
Yeah.
So. On a scale from having actual three-dimensional high schoolers
who care about extracurricular activities, who might suffer from anxiety and depression,
and who like are involved in society and like who know issues that are who are woke, or who are actively woke, to being a white tall girl,
only 6 foot tall.
Yeah, only 6 foot.
Yet bullied.
Being bullied and like wearing Nikes and crying about it.
At a size 13 men's Nike.
Yes, and crying about it, and falling in love with a 12-year-old who has to stand on a crate to kiss you. We would rate that movie to the highest rating.
The highest.
It's so unrealistic.
It's
so much of this
so
would never happen.
Bad.
It's terrible. It's unrealistic.
Do not recommend.
It's such a regression. It hurts. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
0 out of 10. Do not recommend at all.
Negative 50.
Negative 50. Yes.
Only watch if you like getting mad.
Yeah.
And screaming.
It's not even like a movie that's fun to laugh at. It's a movie that hurts.
You can't even laugh at it.
No.
Like even the bad Christmas movies that you can
laugh at, and you're just like, wow, this is stupid, ha ha.
And it still makes you feel better.
Exactly.
But this movie, nothing about it would make you feel better.
Nope.
No amount of editing or fixing the plot or anything would make it good.
This is the worst movie.
Hi guys, thank you for listening.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Make sure to follow us on Spotify at Chicks, Flicks, and Other Unrealistic Representations.
And our Instagram at unrealistic.representation.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is in the link to our bio.
On Instagram.
And like this video if you liked our podcast.